year. So, this is a great opportunity for us in the city and our community. So I'm just so proud of everybody, man.
How hard was it to get to this
Oh, it's
point?
hard. It's hard. You got to play a lot of good teams to get to this point, man. And so we just proud that, we on the other end of it. And so I'm just excited right now.
What is your message to the team and the community?
Well, the first thing when you show up and you see a full stadium,
that made me feel real good.
Surprised you a little bit?
I knew they were coming.
Yeah.
From the ticket sales and everything, so I knew they were coming. So I'm excited.
Do you worry about your kids? This is a big stage for them at home.
I wasn't really worried. I think they were gonna play good because they was at home. So I knew they were gonna play good, and I felt good about coming into the game. So. I'm very proud of them.
What was the game plan and how well did you execute it?
We just wanted to, whatever they gave, we just wanted to take it and, kind of keep our composure and just keep playing. We knew we could run the ball, but, when you got sitting back there, it's going to make a whole lot of things easier.
Yeah. I think it went over 300.
Yeah.
But your defense really was kind of the story for a long time, really the whole game.
Defense did a great job preparing tonight all week. And playing hard, and that was the bottom line. They did play hard on defense. So,
now you're familiar. How different is their scheme from Dublin's?
Not as much as wing tee and formations and stuff like that. So, but it was more so.
They do more stuff and more shifting.
Well, shifting and more, a lot of formation. So we knew they were going to be switching back and forth, but we prepared for that all week.
What did you like most about what you saw, either offense or defense? Or just was it a mostly complete game for 2 plays?
Just dominating up front, the O-line and D-line. I challenged them all week to kind of get it done. So that was the most, that what I mostly talked about was the O-line and D-line getting being physical up front and, dominating, not, and not playing, with excuses, just playing hard the whole night.
Well, they were clearly anxious based on all the false starts.
They were anxious, and they were doing some things up front to make them feel, just jump outside.
Yeah.
And just had to settle them down to get them, together. So.
And you had, that's your big worry has always been the penalties. And you had a lot, but it didn't really affect you all at all.
It didn't affect
slow you
because
down.
I felt like we can move the ball on them, and we really didn't have to throw that much. We had a throwing game ready. But we did a good job up front. We were just trying to kill the clock and get out of here with a win. So
now you've been around.
Mm-hmm.
You know this. You know the math. You've heard all the math.
Yeah.
And you know how hard it is. You know the region you're in.
Yeah.
But is this going to hit you tomorrow? Is it going to hit you in about 2 hours? Is it going to hit you Monday afternoon when you go to practice with 13, 14 other teams?
Yeah, it'll feel good, and it'll feel different. Going to whatever they have up there, because for me every year I watch the state championship. You see the coaches that get to that point. They get to to the point of where they own a TV and bins and stuff, and so as a coach you just want to get to that level, and so I'm excited for everybody to get a chance to experience this. So,
did you ever have nerves during your game going in?
I wasn't nervous at all.
A good week of practice.
Huh?
Was it a good week of practice?
Good week of practice. I felt good about the game plan. I would be going to sleep at night studying film, and I told the coaches I knew exactly where they were going to be at. If we line up in this and line up in that, and then just ready to make my adjustments when I needed to. So. We did a good job preparing, and that was the main thing. A lot of it just preparing well, and and then having some players behind it. So.
And you can coach all you want, but they got to do it.
Got to do it, and they got to feel good about doing it. And I always ask, make sure they understand what we're trying to do. So, but we had a good week of practice, and I felt good about it.
We talked about the crowd a lot already.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a lot of varsity jackets, man.
You did.
You got yours on. I mean, how does that feel?
It felt good, not really paying attention, but every time you got on social media, the past 2 days, you saw, Northeast, Raiders coming to the game, come out and support Northeast. So it was, everybody was excited, and they showed up. The track was bad though. The concession line, it was long. Getting in with 2 gates, it was long, but it was worth it, with a chance to play for a semifinal. Now, we get to travel to Atlanta and play for a state championship game. So
inside.
So it'll be a little warmer, and so everybody will feel good about themselves. So I'm excited. I know they're excited. So, we just want to make sure that we enjoy this tonight, but then we're gonna go back to work, in 24 hours.
And the one thing is, everybody talks about Nick, obviously, but for that kind of crowd to see him have that kind of game, I mean, that was that was a normal Nick Woodford game, really.
Normal Nick Woodford game, and and he did a good job. Being patient and getting what they got him. But the guys up front, man, if they give him a crease, 1 or 2 creases, he gonna find it because he's a complete running back. So, we're excited, and for him, and we're excited for the O-line. I'm gonna wait to see the stats, and see what he did.
Yeah.
You never want to like call it raps, right? But was there a moment when you're like,
yeah, when it was a minute 33 seconds when I was like, well, it's over with.
It didn't hit you till then.
Yeah, they hit me down, because I ain't want to get complacent of anything. I think the win more last week kind of meant more because you get to this point, but like this point, you feel so good at home, you feel comfortable at home. You ain't got to traveling and stuff like that, but you feel good at home, you feel relaxed. So, it felt right being at home playing. So, I'm excited.
You can tell you're up and down. Your voice is all over the place.
Yeah. I was saying my mama texting me now. I'm trying to get away so I can call her for a minute. So, but I feel good though.
Is it easy to stay calm when you just execute what you do?
Kind of. When it felt normal, but I just really wanted to dominate without no penalties. I'm big on the penalties, but I know they was anxious. I know they was nervous, and they was moving up stuff, and so we just, just had to stay calm and just play through that. So.